Hello everyone, BJ Sessions here on the studio again. Today we're gonna look at how to make a house track like Disclosure. Let's jump into the session. I'm basing myself with their collaboration with Zed, You've Got to Let Go If You Want to Be Free. And Disclosure, they have like a unique type of house sound. Not only they kind of incorporate elements from pop music, but they also make it groove like it's a dance, like a classic house track. So let's start with the drums, as every house track should, and then we gonna have like the full groove and understanding of kind of what I've done to kind of mimic their sound. Let me solo the drums here. So, typical 4 on the floor kick. I know this kick looks weak, but I am saturating the kick like pretty high here with Magneto, and I'm cutting like all the highs and giving a boost on its fundamental. So let's just hear the groove here where everything comes in. Hi-hat, basic offbeat hi-hats, just straight in. For sample, I'm just using battery here, using like close hi-hat too. I don't know from what this is from, but it has like a nice sound, a nice house sound. Because like sometimes you want to use 909s to do house loops, but with Disclosure, as they also tend to do like pop songs and really like in a pop style, you can mess a little bit with your samples. It doesn't need to be like that classic 909 sound. It can be like a newer sound or even a different drum machine. Now this is playing alongside those two hi-hats here. Just see that they're not static on the grid. You see that they're kind of dragging a little bit. If you listen to this, you see like it's not straight on the second 16th. It's just like slightly off. Why I've done this not only gives like a more real groove, because you're not like static as a robot like on the grid, but also in my opinion it gives more danceability for the track. You're not like static on the downbeats. It feels as you're kind of like recording, having a little bit of like excitation, or even like your reaction time is kind of slow. Both together, it drags a little bit just to fall on like the strong beat would be like the offbeat hats. Even though they are on the upbeat, it's still a strong beat on a 16th grid. Hey, just a reminder that my first song just came out on Spotify. The link is in the description. Just check it out. You can if you don't use Spotify, you can stream it anywhere. Like it's everywhere. Just go now. Go now and yeah. Just stream it. What you're waiting for? Just click the description. You know what to do. Also, give a like and subscribe. Of course, we have a shaker. Just doing like a clave thing. Something simple, something that it doesn't clutter the hi-hat groove, and also doesn't clutter with the rest of the drums. And I also have this cowbell here. And again, this adds kind of like a more natural sound, because as humans we don't play stuff like robots. We have a little excitation and we drag a little bit like some sounds. It's normal, it's common. If we put like the percussions, hi-hats together, look what we get. You see, they complement each other. They are not playing like they are not playing on top of them. They're not competing, and this is not only like a mixing thing. When you have competing sounds, sometimes it's not like your levels or frequencies. Sometimes it's also the pattern that you're playing. Because if I was just playing like on top of the offbeat hi-hat, it would be gone. It would be like too many sounds and two on one note. So I kind of drew some patterns that kind of work around this whole idea. And on Disclosure Music, they are like masters of groove. I've never seen a better groove than what they do on their music, especially when you're talking about like producers make music. Because if they were drummers, I would say like, oh, okay, a drummer's writing this, then I know where the groove is. Or someone like who has a background on like funk bass, for example, they know how to write like around their own ideas. Like every time they throw in a new element in their song, thinking about like, okay, is this pattern fighting against like the other instruments? And this is super important. So they kind of go like all the way around, so everyone has its own space, its own voice. And here I'm doing the same with the snares. I have this kind of brushes sound, which adds a little bit of excitation, like just I want to fall into the strong beat here. That's why I'm playing like I'm rushing the last 16th. Now I have a snare here also. There it's rushing the downbeat. And I have some claps, which are static on the beat. Like the claps I'm using as the foundation. Like the other elements will fall into the claps. Just so you guys can take a look. Also, every drum here I'm using battery. Just the kick that I just imported the audio. Them together now. Like the brush kind of gives like a falling movement. It's kind of like if you stumble upon a rock when you're walking, and then you fall into the snare, then you fall into the clap. Even though the snare it's like slightly rushing, it's not. It doesn't take away from the clap shiny on the downbeat, because like it's just like a minimal detail of rushing here. Now, if we put the snares and the percussion, let's listen to them together without the kick. Every element has its own space and pattern. They're not fighting like with themselves. And for processing, I'm just using a Pro Q here. I'm automating this Pro Q just to do like a filter here, especially here on the break. And just like as they did, I needed to add a Rhodes. Super distorted. This is an Arturia preset. I would just drive down the delay a little bit, but it's fine. It's just the same sound that you're using. Like it's insane. And as for processing, compressor for side chaining. I'm side chaining here for the kick. And just like remove the lows, little like on the fundament of the kick, just remove it a little bit. Nothing fancy. And this Rhodes that they use on that song is just like have this amazing like distorted sound. It's kind of crunchy. At the same time, it's kind of lo-fi. It's not like a perfect recording of Rhodes. Let's get just to the synthesizers. I'm using Retrolog here. Sidechain, simple, and remove the lows and remove the fundamental. Super basic. 2 saw waves, like a little number of multi-saw bass. I'm detuning a little bit them so we can get like a wide super saw. Cut off pretty harsh here. Nothing like wow, you know, nothing like I'm not shaping this envelope too much. It's just like a normal low pass filter. I'm using the LFO here as a saw wave in sync mode, so it's synced to one like on the eighth notes on the song, just to open a little bit the cutoff. So let's do like F major here. See, just opens up, closes, and for a fact, delay, like a ton of delay and a ton of reverb, because I want this to be like a lush sound. I don't want that like super saw like David Guetta super saw like EDM. I want something more, you know, contained. And as for chords, I'm just copying the chords they're using. So here you are, like F minor, then F minor again, then we jump to G minor, to go back to F minor, then F minor, and G minor. I love this sound. I need to use more on my own songs. Okay, now let's play the pad together with the Rhodes and see how they complement each other. See? As for the Rhodes, we're playing the same chords, but we're grooving a little bit. And for this, I just kind of like put my hands on the keyboard and just played like the pattern that I wanted, like just copy the pattern for that for their songs. And last but not least, we have our lead sound, which comes later in the song. This is not like a super recreation of what they did, but I kind of got close to what they've done. But I did not transcribe the notes. I just put some notes that made sense for me, and yeah, it's kind of like just to be inspired, not to copy their song. But anyway. Square wave is not like a true square. Like here in Retrolog, you need to be at 50%, just like this one. And if you are in 50% on the shape, on the square wave, you're gonna have like the true square. Low pass 18, cutting a lot of the highs here. Yeah, just that. It's just that simple. I have nothing going on. Also, I'm using Timeless as a delay here. I just kind of open it and that was it. Native Instruments reverb on Cosmic. Love that. Like just 20%, just to get a little bit of room in this sound. And Pro Q just removing the lows. Let's listen. Now, if we put all together now. See, like every element on the song has its own place. They're not fighting for themselves. Especially here on the lead, I took the liberty to make it really spaced out. That's why I have a delay there. Just it's not It's more to fill in the gaps between notes, so it doesn't feel like that empty, like too plucky. Because the delay is kind of like a faint sound, it's not that prominent. The other elements can shine through it. Now I'm just gonna go through like, yeah, we have like a white noise riser here, like some transitions. This transition here, it's just a clap reversed. It's just a sample that I just flipped over and added a ton of reverb here. Just like a massive reverb, and yeah, I just use it. One thing Disclosure do, and they do pretty well, I don't know where they got this from, but they also have an element of an ambience. And by ambience, I'm not meaning like an ethereal synthesizer, you know, like something like ambient music. No, they actually get like samples from like parks, from like restaurants, like whatever ambient sound you can put in. So what I got here is just like a simple subway station loop. I'm just cutting the lows here so it doesn't cover the kick. And it gives like a little more life to the track. Let's play here from the beginning, which we have like way less elements, then you guys can listen to this. See, every time you add like an ambient sound, it makes the track more alive. Cause it's just like if you're listening at a live concert, and when it's like pretty well mixed, you can listen to the crowd and the music at the same time. It gives you like another energy. It gives you more life to the track, which for our ears it's better to listen to. So as for arrangement, I did just a rough thing. So basically, yeah, 4 on the floor, Rhodes, ambient sound, and coming in with the drums. Then we have a little break just with the pad and the ambient sound, and then I apply a filter here on the drums. This is a good thing to do. Like, if you see a DJ playing live, most of the things that they do for transitioning is actually like filtering out parts. If you filter out like some of your drums, especially on the break and on some transitions, it can bring the next section of your song way harder, like way harder. Let's listen like to this break, like. See? Also, another detail. When I'm filtering out the drums, I don't filter the reverb too. Why? Because I want the drums to go like way behind track, like so they don't play here in front of you, you know? I'm using Pro R here from FabFilter, just like a preset here. I'm gonna play here like from the full loop, and then I'm gonna play the filter out part, and then you just see like how drums just go way back on the track. And now I'm gonna let's listen again with the pad and see how the pad shines more, like how the pad comes forth into play, and becomes like the element of attention. See? It's just like a good way to bring out like transitions, breaks, and new elements to your drums. So just like filter out some parts, have the reverb, just put like them all the way back, and then you like start bringing in stuff. Then we have like here another break that I remove. We just play the Rhodes, and then we go like building the energy slowly to our final drop. Okay, and also here on the riser, another thing that I do is just like adding like a stereo delay, like to have, or even like a ping pong delay. So when the rise just like fades down, it just kind of continue the track to go, you know, just something that's not like abrupt end, and also gives a little transition time for the elements to come in. Now, I just did like a little processing here, just like simple mastering things, just like notching some things out, saturating a little bit, glue compressor, another EQ, just boosting some stuff, a soft clipper for loudness, an exciter for loudness, and also for so we don't clip, a limiter here, nothing fancy. Yeah, so this was like a quick video. I just wanted to show you guys what I've learned by listening to You've Got to Let Go If You Want to Be Free, like that collaboration with that. It's one of my favorite songs from Disclosure. I just did this kind of like rough arrangement here, like a rough beat, just to show you guys the like some elements from their songs that I got to like in a first glance, and also some variations and arrangement tricks. So this is another end of video. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick one. I will be posting more videos, especially continue my series on doing like house track. So subscribe to the channel, give a like, and share this with your friends who wants to see like more Disclosure content. Ask any questions that you have, like for me, any production questions, composing, sound design. I can make videos for you guys to creating those. And also remember to check my own song that just came out and is live on every streaming platform. The link is in the description. So thank you for watching.